Exactly 10 years ago, yesterday, we had this life-size depiction of Abraham Lincoln as he might have looked when he stopped here in 1861 to give his speech to the community of Peekskill and really all of northern Westchester. Thanks to the Ginsburg Corporation, who was very active and still is active in the city, and their efforts to be a part of the culture enhancement of our city, gave the funds for this statue. Richard Masloski is the sculptor who has done many wonderful sculptures throughout the Hudson Valley, all types, from Rip Van Winkle down in Terrytown to Gold Star Mothers in Yonkers. He's done memorials in Wappingers Falls and Newburgh. So he's very well known, and he does an excellent job, obviously, by the quality of the work here. So we just thought that 10 years later it would be appropriate to rededicate and acknowledge that the Lincoln Depot restoration project, as it was first and now in the third year as the museum, is alive and well and has evolved over time the way we expected it to. We have members of our board here, Jeff Sweet, Pataki, Paul Martin, and myself. We are here for a wonderful presentation that's going to be given inside in a few minutes, but before that we wanted to make sure that we appropriately acknowledged the 10-year anniversary. Governor Pataki was here to help us. Harold Holzer was here 10 years ago to help us unveil it. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here today, but they're here in spirit. So first, I'm going to let Paul Martin take the program from here.
It's hard to believe it's been 10 years that this statue was dedicated here in front of our museum. And if anybody can remember back then at the time, it was a miserable, nasty, rainy day. Of the statue dedication. The museum still had graffiti on the walls, the floor was still dirt, and we had not even yet begun to really start the major restoration of the building, which obviously has turned into a museum. So we're very, very proud of that. 10 years later, we have the museum here. Everybody has been in there, hopefully. If not, you will be before our program is over today. And we've got behind you the beginnings of our new visitor center building, which will help us augment our displays and our interpretation and our understanding of Abraham Lincoln and the role that he played here in Peekskill, the role that Peekskill played in preserving our union 150 years ago, as well as the role that that Abraham Lincoln obviously had in saving our union. So I didn't prepare anything today. So before we introduce Michael Macedonia, who's also the president of the Lincoln Society in Peekskill, before I introduce Michael Macedonia as President Lincoln to give the speech that President Abraham Lincoln gave on that February 9th day in 1861, for which we are commemorating the statue in the museum as well, I'd like to introduce an up-and-coming opera singer, star, tenor, Federico Campisano.
My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
I would now like to introduce the 16th President of the United States of America, Mr. President Abraham
and gentlemen, I have but a moment to stand before you and to thank you for this cordial reception tendered by your authorities. In regard to the difficulties that lie before me and to which your president has alluded, let me say that if I shall only be as generously and unanimously sustained as this demonstration would seem to indicate I shall be, in my management of public affairs I shall not fail. But without that sustaining arm, I'm quite sure that the difficulties that lie before me would not only be too great for my humble self, but too great for any individual man. I thank you then as I have thanked the assembled thousands upon various occasions as I have stopped along my route for such demonstrations which, if they mean anything, means that I shall be supported not only by the party that gave me election, but by the free, intelligent, and earnest support of all of the parties in the country.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you.
I'm now going to turn it over again to Mr. Federico Campisano to perform one more song for us this afternoon.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountains' majesty, above the fruited plains, America, America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
John, a couple of closing remarks.
Okay.
I'm going to turn it over now to the president of the Lincoln Depot Foundation, Mr. John Testa, for a couple
Doing a
of
little bit of
closing
everything
remarks.
today. I'm going to let Paul introduce our speaker inside, but we're just very honored and proud to have such a community backing that we've had. We have another one of our board members, Pat Garvey, has joined us as well, so thank you, Pat, for being here. This is important to us to continue this tradition in Peekskill, bring the history, and to have the community support that we've had, and it's growing and growing and growing as more and more people learn about us, and as the construction gets to a point where it's getting to an area where people can see that actual progress is being made. So we're very excited about the future. Thank you for being here, and let's go inside and listen to a wonderful program, our last of our series for the year, full lecture series, and we'll be talking about our annual fundraiser in November that will help us get jump started for next year. So we'll talk about that inside. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Michael Macedonia, Mr. Lincoln, thank you very much.